pleasure to introduce the co-chair of the Next Gen 911 Caucus, Senator Amy Klobuchar. Senator Klobuchar has served in the United States Senate since 2007, when she became the first woman elected to represent the state of Minnesota in the Senate. I think you'll notice as a theme, in addition to Senator Klobuchar and Representative Torres, that we'll be recognizing the leadership of many talented and dedicated women at the event tonight, as the majority of the speakers and award winners are women, which I think is fantastic. Senator Klobuchar hit the ground running on many important issues when she arrived in Washington, including 911. She quickly became a strong supporter and remains a champion today as the co-chair of the Senate Next Gen 911 Caucus. It's my pleasure to introduce Senator Amy Klobuchar.
Democratic co-chair, does anyone know this? Hillary Clinton. Yeah, so it's like a launching pad to Secretary of State. Thank you so much for your work. I really see this, of course, as a senator, but for me, my heart, it started with the collapse of the I-35W bridge in Minnesota, which was literally just a few blocks from my house. A bridge I would drive over every single day with my family, and not just a bridge, but an 8-lane highway down in the middle of a beautiful summer day in the Mississippi River. And what I remember that day is that people didn't run away from that bridge. They didn't know what happened, but they ran toward it. And our first responders ran toward it, and the real heroes, and they were once honored here at this event, were the 911 people. During the first 2 hours after the bridge fell down, the Minneapolis Emergency Communications Center received and processed over 500 calls, 51 of which came directly from the scene of the disaster. Tragically, there were a number of people that were hurt, of course, dozens of people, dozens of cars submerged, but only about a dozen people died. And while that is way too many people, believe me, when you look at that wreckage and see all those cars, it would have been worse, except for our 911 system. But 911 saves lives every single day, and what I think as a senator now is that our laws have to keep pace with our technology. We do not want our laws to be less sophisticated than the technology that's out there, and sadly, in many areas, as we know recently, that is the case. I added an amendment to the law that created FirstNet. It actually reauthorized the Enhanced 911 Act, provided funding for grants to make needed upgrades, and the $150 million for grants came from the proceeds from the AWS-3 auction. Now that the auction is done, the FCC is working to make those grants available. Obviously, that's a start. At the same time, we're also working on another bill that you should be aware of that I just introduced with Senator Deb Fisher of Nebraska. There's a House companion that's bipartisan, and our bill is also sponsored by Senator Cornyn and Senator Cruz of Texas, because this grew out of a tragedy in a hotel room in Texas. A 9-year-old daughter tried to dial 911 for help. She couldn't reach the emergency personnel because she did not dial 9 to reach the outside line in the hotel room, and her mother was stabbed and killed in the hotel room. So this actually makes the system so it works and you don't have to dial 9. We have gotten a broad support for this bill, and I just wanted to bring it up because it's something I think if you don't know about, you're going to be hearing about. Of course, our major goal is to make sure our laws are updated with more people calling in emergencies with text and with emails, and people actually sending in videos of fire scenes that our 911 operators are equipped and ready to go. So thank you so much, everyone that is here to support this really, really important effort, and we will see you out there. And this is one area where we continue to see bipartisan progress, and we want to thank you for that. Have a great day.
Good evening, everyone. It is my pleasure tonight to present the 911 Public Safety Professional Award to Sen Thune. Ms. Link has been with the Teller County Sheriff's Department for the last 14 years, and not a day goes by that she doesn't demonstrate the utmost professionalism and knowledge in her role as a dispatcher. Whether responding to a life-threatening emergency or listening to a noise complaint, Ms. Link consistently responds to calls calmly, quickly, and efficiently, particularly in high-pressure situations. Late last year, Ms. Link saved the life of an individual in cardiac arrest by calmly walking the caller through the process of administering CPR until an ambulance arrived. It was a rural part of Colorado, so paramedics were not able to get to the scene for over 10 minutes. Her instructions saved the man's life, all while simultaneously dispatching responders to the scene of a separate event. Just another day at the officer's center, but about multitasking, right? We'd like to play a portion of the 911 call that demonstrates her skill and professionalism. Please know that what you're about to hear are multiple short segments of a long call.
Tell County 911 what the location of your emergency and tell me exactly what happened.
My husband has been feeling good when he got up. He was talking about being under the burden.
Okay. We're sending the paramedics. Are you wrestling right now?
Yes, I am not sleeping. He is breathing. He is not sleeping.
Not breathing. Okay, we've got you. They got them already on the way. We're going to start doing some chest compressions. Listen carefully and I'll tell you how to do them. Okay, place the heel of your hand on the breast bone in the center of his chest, right between his nipples. Put your other hand on top of that hand. Okay. Pump the chest hard and fast, at least twice per second, and 2 inches deep. 1, 2, 3, 4. Doing fantastic. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that the firefighter there with you? All right, he's going to take over and help you, okay? Everybody else is still on their way. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Talk about being cool under pressure. What a tribute to Senny's work and all of the 911 professionals who answer over 240 million 911 calls every year. 240 million. Congratulations to Ms. Link for all you do for the citizens of Teller County. Presenting the award is Sen Klobuchar and NG 911 Institute Board Member Rebecca Murphy-Thompson. Please join me in recognizing Sen Link as the winner of the 2016 911 Public Safety Professional Award.
Some good pictures.